Alright. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Corpse Factory, and let's hop right in. Before anything else, just in the hopes that my Wi-Fi holds true and we can actually do something. But yeah, no promises there. Gonna skip this since we listened and watched this yesterday. Great, but you know, if you want to watch it again, you might want to get the game yourself. I don't know, but yeah, sorry that I'm a bit late. I totally lost track of time reading, so now we can get started. Right, we left off with our main character, I'm presuming, Corpse Girl, aka Nadishka? Was that her name? Can't remember. We'll probably see. Who has a hobby of creating pictures of people, showing them dead. And apparently she got someone killed in the same way as the photo on the screen. She has no idea how, and she's trying to recreate it. And as we saw in the future, apparently it is a surefire thing in a few months. Was it 5 months? 3 months? I don't know. So I'm gonna presume that this time frame we're in right now is about her learning how to wield her power, if it is even her power, or if the person you see in the game's artwork, the guy, is the actual killer using her pictures as inspiration, but we shall see. Maybe they're both Grim Reapers, I don't know. Who knows? We shall learn. And for that, let's continue. Mouse, go away. I arrive at work on time, just as usual. My handbag is heavy with the weight of several cans of coffee, hopefully enough to help me power through the day after having had such a late night. I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Don't talk about yawning. Oh, please don't talk about yawning. I'm so tired today. I got enough sleep, I would say, but just because it is so hot and it doesn't really cool down during the night, you don't really get any rest. And I spend most of the morning actually dozing in my bed instead of being productive. But oh well. This heat wave is gonna go past and I'll be able to sleep eventually again, hopefully. On Friday, I was yawning constantly. At work, and my coworker was like, "Yo, you alright?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally alright. I just woke up too early." Okay, I can't help you. What was that? Her phone. Alright, just before the elevator doors open, my phone starts to ring. Step aside and answer the call.
Hey. Hi, Noriko. Good morning. Did I call at a bad time? Not at all. I'm just about to go into the office. Oh, should I call back later? It's no problem. Don't stress. Okay, sorry.
Aww. The nervous, apologetic girl on the other end of the call is Aoi Sato, an old school friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to be inseparable at school. She was shy. I was introverted. It was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversations were a little on the boring side. If... How did you guys get talking? I'm sorry, but if one is shy and the other one is introverted, not saying that shy people, introverted people don't talk to other people, but judging from my own personality, that is definitely more on the introverted side. I don't actively go towards other people and I'm like, yo, hi, I'm Zoe, what's your name? How you doing? Nice to meet ya. What are your hobbies? What's your favorite color? I don't know. What do you talk to people about? I just try to find a random topic that seems to be appropriate for the situation and then run with it if someone talks to me, but... It's always so hard to hold a conversation, especially if you have nothing in common. That's why I have a big pool of random trivia that I can just drop and be like, yo, I know stuff. I'm awesome, right? Bye! See ya next time I run out of ideas what to talk about. But when I find a topic, I can talk about it quite a lot. And I think I annoy people with that. Sorry about that. It's just my personality. Huh. Well, to say that we are no longer shy and introverted wouldn't be entirely true. Aoi has gotten better. She's definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers from a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still pretty introverted. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude, and visiting places I've never been to before puts me on edge. To call Aoi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time masquerade as corpse girl. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way. Oh. Reminds me of my friend group. A whole 5 years, I think, when I started uploading videos regularly. I didn't tell any of my friends about my hobby of creating YouTube videos. They only found out not so much. I told them half a year ago? A year and a half ago? Something like that. They sometimes join in, but most of the time they are busy in the evening, so absolutely fine. I don't mind. Everybody has their own lives to take care of, so... And my family doesn't know. My brother, I think, does, but I never actively told him, and the rest doesn't. They just think I'm on the phone with other people. Every day. All night long. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you want to talk about? Oh, well, you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any more advice for me. Ah, jeez. The older guy that always hits on you? Yeah. What a creep. You're 19, for God's sake. He must be, what, 50? I think he's 52. You know his actual age? Well, whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand. He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular customer? That's right. Then tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue. I can't talk to the manager. I don't want to cause trouble for the company. Jeez, girl. Sometimes you need to stand on your own 2 feet.
Says the introvert that apparently doesn't talk to people.
I know. Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep.
What can I say? The line delivery and her overall personality does not point me towards the introverted type. More the stuck up and arrogant. Might be the line delivery, but yeah. Although I do say the same thing sometimes. I'm like, yo, you have to stand up for yourself. While I myself can't stand up for myself either, so always sounds very rich coming from me. The person who can't stand up for herself. But well.
Tell him you won't stand for being groped anymore. His behavior is simply unacceptable, and if he won't change, you won't serve him anymore.
If he's groping her, I would tell a co-worker and get that co-worker to film that and then go with that clip to the police and be like, yo, do something about this guy. I don't know. If I'm not ready to open up to my manager, or even just show the manager, just so you have proof of what's going on. And depending on where she works, it should also be on camera, but we already learned the CCTV apparently doesn't work anywhere, but who knows, maybe in her workplace it actually works.
He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that.
And change jobs.
He's always drunk. Even before he comes into the place. I try not to serve him too much, but... Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe really doesn't suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position. I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications.
I don't think Noriko has any qualifications either, so... just get a recommendation or something.
Why don't I see if there's anything open here? Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember? Shinya? Maybe. He was always a nice guy, right? He's super nice. A stick in the mud, but a nice one. Noriko, don't be mean. Yeah. You want me to ask? Yes, please. If it's no trouble. It's no trouble. I'll talk to Shinya. Then maybe you can quit that crappy job and come work with me. Oh, that really does sound wonderful. Thank you, Noriko. I'd be so lost without you. Don't be silly. You're amazing, Aoi. Leave this to me. Thank you.
I end the call and heave a sigh. Having to go and ask Shinya about a job actually is a pain in the ass, but I'd never admit that to Aoi. I want to help the poor girl, I really do. I'd do nearly anything for her. The elevator arrives at the lobby and I step inside as soon as the door opens.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Ah, Fujikawa. Good morning.
Shinya takes me by surprise as I exit the elevator. Has he been waiting for me here?
I wanted to catch you before we sit down to work. I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure you got it this time?
Oh, yeah, okay.
What am I supposed to do when he puts me on that spot like this? Try not to groan as I get my phone out and open up noise. It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinya's piercing gaze.
Well, what do you know? I have a new friend request.
Oh, great. It worked this time. Go ahead and accept it, please.
Yeah, sure thing.
I hesitantly accepted the request. Little fireworks animation pops up on the screen with a celebratory message about making a new friend.
Yay! Looks like we're officially friends now, so... can I call you Noriko from now on?
Since when does an app celebrate when you make a new friend? Right? Noise is so strange. I feel noise is the driving point of this whole death by photo thing, but who am I to know? We shall see. No, I'm sorry. I'm just super tired. I'm gonna probably play to the end of this chapter, however long it is, and then end it there. Even if it's just a very short stream, I just felt like I can't go without one, but it doesn't have to be a long one. And if I keep talking each sentence, after each sentence they say, oh, it's probably gonna be a long one. But yeah, let's continue. Never cared much for formalities. Oh, same. You know, the German language has like 3 forms of acknowledging your relationship, although one is so severely outdated that no one uses it. You have Z, as in capital letter S, I, E. That's gender neutral and is the formal form to talk to someone. You have like the plural form that you can address yourself with or others, like wir freuen uns, wir kennenzulernen, or es freut mich, eure Bekanntschaft zu machen. I don't know. Something like that. That normally is used in a more regal setting, so if you have a king, queen, or whatever, that would be the correct form. You use the plural. And yeah, well, and you have the informal one, which is just du. Kannst du mir bitte? Whatever. And the company I currently work for, I just started working at, I can't differentiate between those guys that were like, yeah, come on, it's fine, just use do, and the ones that I just got to know and didn't offer me the do or C or whatever. And well, okay, the C is automatic and the do has to be offered in a workplace setting. I need to have like a picture and next to it like, yo, doozy. Currently I'm just using do for everyone when I write them about requests. When I get a C back, I answer with the C, but yeah, unless of course it's the big boss, then C for sure. But oh it is so hard to keep track, especially since, as I said before, I have a mild case of facial blindness, so remembering faces plus their names and standing is basically impossible for me. Would be really nice if they had a company ID with their work title visible to my eyes, but they don't, so I'm just guessing. But at the moment I'm basically stuck in an office with my coworker, with one of them who I know that I can use do with. And I should probably just go around and say, hey, it's fine, use do, don't care. I don't even like using the formal version. I don't mind in in an official setting. But definitely prefer to wherever I go. I try to adhere to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to me by my first or last name, regardless of whether they're friends or not. I guess. For those not knowledgeable of I think it's most of Asia. But since this is a Japanese setting, let's just focus on the Japanese version. When someone introduces themselves to you, they use the last name, then the first name, to refer to themselves and others. Because the family name is what's important, not your first name. And your first name is really only used by close friends that have offered to use the first name basis, as far as I've understood. So, no matter in what setting, normally everybody would refer to you by your last name. Unless you've offered otherwise, and small children are also referred to by either like their first name or some form of what's the English word for Kosename? Well, some cutesy form to refer to them. Okay. My tired brain wants to go on, so let's go.
That's fine. You can call me Noriko.
Shinya's eyes light up. That seems to have made the boy happy.
Thank you! Oh, you can call me Shinya, of course.
Sure.
Shinya. Hey, we've known each other since junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first-name basis anyway?
True.
Yes, that's true, but we're in the office now, you know? It wouldn't do if you started working here and called me Shinya right away.
Or if you say so.
I suppose.
Anyway, I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko. Maybe we can get a coffee sometime.
Dude, you've been friend-zoned so hard already. Give it up. I can't help but feel he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. I brush a stray lock of hair out of my face and smile as sweetly as I can while I change the subject.
Hey, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are there any more temp jobs available here right now?
Temp jobs, huh? Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a new job.
A friend of Noriko's. Well, let's see.
I wonder how he would react if we brought in a guy, actually.
We pretty much always have data entry roles up for grabs. Unless your friend wants something more interesting? Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really. Data entry is more than fine. Actually, you already know who I'm talking about. Remember Aoi Sato?
Aoi Sato. Yes, I think I do remember her. That really shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her, yeah.
Wow. I never knew you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
That's the guy that we know from school who got us this job. Right.
Aoi's probably the only one. We're fairly close.
Reminds me. I only ever keep in contact with one friend of my school's. Kinda sad.
Is that so? As for me, I don't really have any friends from back then.
Sometimes it's better that way, Shinya. Believe me. Sometimes it's better. Shinya's heartbreaking confession doesn't surprise me too much. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. Sure, I'm the same, but...
No, but what am I saying? We're friends now. So I guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
This dude needs help. Quite a lot, but we can't give him what he needs.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview. Is that okay?
Thanks.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, Shinya.
No problem. Leave it to me.
He gives me an awkward salute before skipping away. Our little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that Tomoe Watanabe said yesterday pops into my head. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on, but that's not true, is it? You're kidding, right? You're holding him on a very, very long stick with a carrot attached to it. And sometimes you give him like a small piece of that carrot just to keep him happy. But most of the time you just keep him away as far as possible. You just give him that piece when you can't avoid giving it to him. So yes, you're leading him on. I shake the thoughts out of my head. I am just being nice to him. That's not wrong, is it? I take a seat at my desk and perform my morning ritual. From my handbag, I retrieve my headphones, coffee, and breath mints. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My fingers tap rhythmically against the keyboard and I slip into the usual workday trance.
So, I see that you're connected with Shinya on Noise now, huh?
How can you see that? My walk to the train station is interrupted by a familiar grating voice.
Sounds like both of you are getting on pretty well.
How did you...
Oh, of course. Tomoe and I are already friends on Noise. She would have seen the notification when I accepted Shinya's request. It's actually kind of strange that Tomoe and I are connected through the app. We added each other on my very first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse for a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other, even after all these months. Her posts are entertaining anyway, and since I rarely ever post anything myself, she probably forgot we were connected at all. Until today. That reminds me, you know, for those of you that do know WhatsApp, that's like the main messaging app used here in Germany. You have this feature where you can post your status. And at one of my first workplaces, I basically had everybody's phone numbers. And one of my superiors was actually blocking everyone from seeing her status except for her family and very close friends. But she totally forgot that I had her number. And at some point I commented about one of her statuses at work to her face. I don't know, I can't remember why. It was something relevant. So since then, she had me blocked from her status, and I couldn't see it anymore. Not that I minded, I didn't really pay attention, or never really pay attention to the status anyway, but I just saw it on that very day, and I was like, okay, well. And now I'm blocked. But yeah, I don't know. I never keep in touch with people, I'm so bad at it.
Now look, don't get me wrong, you hear? I ain't actually interested in Shinya. Nah, I'm real happy for you both, like.
Uh-huh.
But what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all dry like a desert.
Uh-huh.
What the hell are you talking about?
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and you barely have to put in any work.
Okay, Tome, I know that will sound very condescending, but sometimes wearing stuff like you, which is totally legit, but it comes across as cheap, so guys will think you're easy, and sometimes they like the chase more than the easy fling. And I'm not saying that you are, not trying to imply that, but sometimes people just go or judge someone based on your looks, and alright, my brain doesn't work anymore, so should probably not talk about stuff like this. And it probably changed in the last couple of years, but still.
Meanwhile, nice girls like me gotta put in so much effort to even get noticed. You think all of this is just natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know? And guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at me.
You don't want Shinya. Believe me, nobody does.
You mean bat an eyelid, right?
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm sick of skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
Okay.
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in Shinya, and I'm not trying to be with him.
Kind of waiting for Shinya to stand right behind her and listening in on this
I
conversation.
don't chase guys, and it's pretty rare that they chase me. You've got me all wrong.
Like I believe you. Do you spend your time chasing chicks then?
That's not your business. But you don't have to worry about me pursuing Shinya. Tell you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay? I'm not interested.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, slut? You think no one is good enough for you, but they're good enough for me?
Don't have the energy for this right now.
You're just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity. You're nothing but a fake skank.
Tomoe pushes forward, a bark forcing me off the sidewalk and into the thicket of trees bordering the path. Why? Did I miss something? The burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars and my entire face feels like it's on fire. The strike is hard, sharp, vicious. It happens so suddenly that I'm having difficulty processing it. I stumble, but my legs don't quite give out. My mind races, trying to put together what just happened. Somewhere hit me. Why? Why did she hit me? There's a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like my own. Like this isn't actually happening to me, but rather I'm watching it happen to someone else. Time seems to slow down and speed up all at once. The slap replays twice in my mind before Tomoe's hand even leaves my face. I catch a glimpse of her furious expression, red and strained, and overall overcome with anger.
I hate you. I hate everyone like you. Don't pity me.
Didn't pity you. Okay, somebody has some self-esteem issues, alright, fine. But could you get those sorted out somewhere else and not hit me instead? The second strike connects with my chin and I flinch, my entire body paralyzed with pain. She hit me again.
Stop!
I hate you. I hate you!
Okay. Oh. Can we get one character that I like before I end this stream? Tomoe has lost it. She's absolutely furious and I can't figure out what I did wrong. You didn't really do anything wrong. You just probably triggered her trauma. Which still doesn't excuse violence, but you know. Oops. Oh damn. Okay, still working. Through sheer luck or complete accident, I tumbled backward, narrowly avoiding the punch and instead landing on my rear. The pavement is rough and hard, but I'm sure it feels a lot better than taking a fist in the gut. Tomoe screams and rushes at me, but I scramble to my feet and grab her by the wrist. She flails wildly, her eyes looking like they'll pop out of her skull at any given second. Her breathing is harsh and ragged, and tears of rage have caused a flood of clotted makeup to run down her face.
Calm down! Calm down!
She struggles against me, slowly giving in as my tight grip prevents her. As my tight grip prevents her from attacking me further. She begins to sob softly.
I hate you! I hate everything about you!
She sobs softly. With a great pull, Tomoe frees herself from my grip. She steps away, cursing, then runs past me. In what thicket did she push me though? There is nothing here. There's barely any greenery, but hey, whatever. I blink in disbelief as she breaks into a sprint, heading in the direction of the train station. I raise a hand to my tender face and touch it gently. The stinging sensation is completely new to me. Never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about?
Human emotions. A very strange thing.
I can't believe she hit me.
And some kind of past trauma, probably as well. The pack of frozen vegetables pressed against my face soothes my swollen jaw, but does very little to calm my nerves. I'm still on edge after what happened today. Tomoe actually physically attacked me. Or because I said something, I'm not sure what, that provoked her anger. Maybe that girl is more complicated than I gave her credit for. Seems like she has her own inner demons, just like the rest of us. I've replayed the events in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confronting Tomoe about it, I don't think I'll ever figure out what incited her aggression. But I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. I rest the bag of frozen vegetables on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the painful swelling for now. Sighing and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper. Put those vegetables at least in the fridge if you warm them up too much to put them back in the freezer. Well, My eyes glaze over as I bring my phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap and scroll as I look through a carefully curated obituary newsfeed, a list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of handy filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths. In the age range of 30 to 50, I set the location to cover all of Japan. I immediately exclude any results that mention natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases. Suicides or, as is more often reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has offed herself yet. Should this search string return no results, then it's pretty easy to look up recent murders. They're few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 of this. 9 out of 10 of the search results include a photograph of the deceased. Not a photo of the corpse, mind you. This isn't the database of the deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of the recently departed, submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I use the photos submitted with obituaries to compare and match with the images of my victims. This is the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew a victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but my website doesn't ask for that information. Call it respect for the victim's privacy, but there's a lot more to it than that. And it's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but this result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim's photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. Okay, this is entirely personal opinion, but I think if I had a whole day to think about my possible death, I would probably go through all 5 stages of grief in that time frame and just accept whatever is coming towards me. If it happens, it happens. If not, well, lucky me, I guess. Having it set to shorter time frames is probably better if you want to have people actually terrified by the prospect of the imminent death. But I could be wrong. I don't know. We shall see, I guess. I decide to go to sleep early tonight. Oh, take me with you. I want to sleep too. Take me to Dreamland, to La La Land. Come on. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal that's been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. Though, if I go to sleep now, it will feel like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I'll have to see Toma at work. There's no way I can avoid her since her desk is so close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victim might conquer herself, which would definitely make me feel better. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just about enough to kill me tomorrow. Yes? What is tomorrow? May 27, Wednesday morning. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and take backspace repetitively. This is no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's head, popping up from behind the monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. I press a finger to my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. I absent-mindedly notice that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Damn, I'm really out of sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. I might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I just stepped out of a boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko! Boy, have I got some neat news for you!
My boy, you have too much energy. Could you go away? I don't have the energy to deal with you right now. I'm so absorbed in my own thoughts that I barely register Shinya standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
No.
Huh?
My eyes fixated on Shinya's goofy smile, I quickly remove my headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya, sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Oh, I hear you. I was up late last night.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, yeah, right. I was up late reading too.
My evening is fine. I'm just way too tired. But doing alright, how about you? And hi, Xerox.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
You know, I don't know if that's a me thing. There are probably other people like me out there. But in my childhood, whenever I watched a crime thriller or anything, pretty much, each time I watched the movie and I finished it and afterwards went to bed, I was always expecting something to happen, like around the next corner there's gonna be the murderer of that movie waiting for me, ready to strike me down. But as soon as I was in my bed, it was forgotten I could sleep, so I never really had problems falling asleep. But I don't know. The walk up to my bed was always the most adventurous of the whole movie. Oh yeah, I feel you on that one. I'm melting so hard right now. It's only 28.4 degrees, so it's manageable, but since I'm not used to that heat anymore, yeah. You as well. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday.
Great. Thank you.
She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
That's probably how easy that work is. But makes you wonder, why do they need so many people? For what? Data transfer? What was that called? Data entry. It sounds like very repetitive work that I'm quite sure if you got the right algorithm, you would be able to manage to just input whatever and then save yourself the money and troubles of hiring people. for the job. But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, so can't say for sure. But most of the time, these types of things could definitely be made a lot easier if you just think for more and try to figure out more solutions. They might be more cost intensive in the short run, but in the long run, like if you have to hire 15 people to manage your data entry, it's definitely cheaper to just go for, let's say, 1 or 2 people working on a code that could get that running, and then get a third one that makes sure that it stays running. And that's it. You don't need the 15 people all of a sudden. Hallelujah. Wow. But yeah, you've also seen with people using ChatGPT and stuff like that, working 3 jobs at the same time, because their job is basically too easy. But maybe typing intensive or something like that, and that's why they're needed right now. But if you use your resources sparsely and intelligently, you could probably save yourself and others quite a lot of trouble. Alright. Let's continue and find a good point to leave it so I can go to bed. I don't think I'm making a whole lot of sense tonight. Gotta love it. I'm generally impressed with Shinya's ability to score Aoi a job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Wow, Shinya! I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me yet. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just happy to help.
My dude, you won't get in her pants. I'm sorry to break it to you, but she's friend-zoned you so hard. And you seem to have trouble reading the room. Listen to my voice, please, Shinya.
Hey, Noriko, can I ask you something?
No.
Sure, shoot.
Shoot? Oh, right. An expression. Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel I'm reading, where a police officer shoots at a perp, only to...
Okay, I'm doing the same literally right now, but... Shinya, you're annoying. Keep talking.
Hey, you,
Back to topic.
wanted to ask me something?
Right. Are you friends with Watanabe?
With who? I blink a couple of times.
Tomoe?
Who?
You're on a first-name basis with her. Then you must be great friends.
Who? Oh, Tomoe, right.
I mean, I wouldn't say...
Listen, would you mind putting in a good word for me with her?
Oh. So you're actually interested in her? Did you actually give up on... Or was that you testing the waters?
I'm kind of interested in taking her out sometime. But I could never ask her myself.
Sure. I'm stunned. Gobsmacked. Speechless. Shinya likes Tomoe. I thought he likes me. Is my intuition wrong? I wonder if the clues have been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't I been seeing? Okay, anyone else be honest with me? Would you have read him as interested in Tomoe? Or interested in... What's the name again? Noriko? Can I set up? You know what, yeah. Should be able, right? Right, hello? That's it. Chat settings, no. Somewhere. Where is it? How do I create polls again? What? Set a stream markup. Great. Good job. I have no idea what that does. Ahem. Well. Oh. No poll tonight. Oh well.
Noriko? What do you say?
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close. Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Well, I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning. Guess I'll see you around the office then.
Something's off. Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. It's not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't have feelings for the guy, but for him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blows my mind. To add insult to literal injury, Tomoe assaulted me yesterday. She was a vicious, violent side to her that Shinya doesn't know about yet. He could be in real danger if he pursues her. I'm completely unable to process what I should do. Shinya scored out your job and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Should I ask Tomoe out for him or warn him about her? I need to clear my head. I decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. Though I've no need to use the restroom, I enter a store and lock the door behind me. Sitting on the toilet's closed lid, I lean back and exhale. I'm getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I'm corpsegirl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all of this. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name. Right? I shake the doubts from my mind and pat my cheeks. I'm doing all of this for the right reasons. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings out through the restroom, echoing off the walls. It sounds like a phone alert, but where did it come from? Takes me a few seconds to realize I have my own phone in my hand and it's vibrating incessantly. I must have grabbed it subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen is lit up and a message reads, "One new article matches your custom filter. Dead body lore." Wait, what? The auto newsfeed I set up last night, it actually located something? I hurriedly unlocked my screen and opened a certain app. The same app I was strolling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits on the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted online today, 11:22 AM. Keywords found 3. Miss accident. Numerical data range 30 to 50. Image data found? Yes. Wednesday, May 27th. Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence, 8:38 AM. The chief coroner reports Miss Tsurumaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Miss Tsurumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro Tsurumaki, 42, and their daughter, Miss Fu Tsurumaki, 1. A funeral service will be held on Friday, May 29. View image attached. I hurriedly tap the button and gosh, as the image loads. It's her. The photo. Unmistakably the same woman. Plain features, little makeup, no signs of a personality. Akane Tsurumaki, the latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breathing stops all of a sudden. I'm grasping for air, my cheeks on fire, my fingers are numb. I did it. My meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangled herself or held her head down in the bath. The news never reports anything as a suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. All this time I've been trying to compel somebody to kill themselves. My corpse photos constantly becoming more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. And now somebody has died yet again. Because of me. Because of Corpse Girl. I was right all along. I do possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've been knowing it all this time and I've finally proven it. Ruri Hatano's death planted the seeds of belief in my mind. The belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. And now, Akane Tsurumaki's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom into pure certainty. Corpse Girl truly can end lives. It's a wonderful revelation and it relieves my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functioning. My legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat and my coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. Feel the sting of tears in my eyes. Sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. I panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hand into the store door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel-paned, peeling chunks of green from the surface as I slide down and down until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. My eyes roll back and my tongue lolls out the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tiled floor, but completely out of my sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush, a little bit of sweat, then nothing at all, as the still air envelops my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My woman killed that photo of herself because of that photo of the woman who killed herself in the photo. My eyes begin to regain their focus and my stomach turns, heaves and shakes, and warm coffee spills from my lips as I try to smile but only manage to gurgle. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture that I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's a horribly wonderful feeling that I could do without. So much for stoic unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic unflinching Noriko? This is her writhing on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more and her breath ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This is Noriko. Noriko with the grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all, without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary and there are people out there probably trying to kill her. This is Noriko. Me, the real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside, always sad, always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with my fists clenched and my phone resting in a puddle on my life, slowly spiraling out of control. This is me. I did this. I killed that woman. She had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested that I kill her. So I did. She probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She must have just robbed somebody the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did, just like how I robbed Tomoe the wrong way, and I don't know what I did, but Tomoe slapped me twice, hard, and it hurt, and I must have hurt that woman too when she strangled herself and killed herself. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indirect actions. She's dead now, and I'm alive. I'm still here, lying on the bathroom floor on the 14th story of Shinjuku's Temiji office building, and I have paint underneath my fingernails, and Aoi is going to start work here on Monday. But I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense, of false starts, of failures and disappointments, I killed somebody again. Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. Okay, can we continue now? And above all else, above this grime and muck on the floor and the tingling feeling underneath my fingernails, above all of that, this feels good. This feels so good. Blood has returned to my legs, the pins and needles have faded, my toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. An electrical charge pulses down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I manage to plant two hands firmly on the tiles and push myself up onto my wobbly knees. I suck in air and breathe all of it back out almost at once. I feel dizzy and a bizarre warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. I managed to steady myself enough to sit back on the top of the toilet seat, with my feet planted firmly on the ground and my hands resting on my lap. I tried to regain my sense of self. I might have lost my composure a little bit upon reading the news, but who could blame me? Everything I've worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos, and more people will... She killed herself. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see her mangled corpse, drenched in sweat and finally at peace. I noticed my phone is wedged between my wet fingers. I must have subconsciously scooped it up from the pool of muck on the floor. I try to ignore the sticky textures clinging to the screen. My fingers no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Misakane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning. Dead. Pronounced dead. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face, resulting in self-asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping on my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself because of me. She killed. I let out a gasp as my hips rise against my will. My toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingles. I lean back against the cistern, the cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothes and chilling my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter as my mind hazes over. I can't control my body any longer, or the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscles. I can't. My leg stands up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. A whispered gasp slips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the floor once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull tink sound as it hits the floor is the last thing my foggy mind registers before I drift away.
You look like horse shit.
Well, I think this is the perfect time to just end it. I know it's a very, very short one, but it's getting hotter, it feels like. Probably not the case, but, you know. Yeah. Oops. It really is hot outside right now, and I can't deal with that. And I'm tired. A mixture out of everything. I just wanted to have at least played a little bit. It is interesting. I don't know if I really want to finish it though. It hasn't quite catched me yet. That might change, I don't know. Overall, really interesting story. Maybe I'll continue it, maybe not. I shall see. Anyways, as always, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Take care and bye bye.